Hello ladies and gentlemen, Deja Vu here bringing you set 4 of STX Seoul versus Samsung Con. Samsung Con looking to close out this series. They do have a 2-1 lead right now, and they're going to send out one of their Terran players. It is going to be Reality for Samsung Con, and on the other side for STX Seoul it will be Hyvaa. So Hyvaa versus Reality here. So Reality has actually been playing, I've actually seen a couple games of Reality. I actually gotta say he's been playing pretty well, and guys like Reality and Turn, they're really the reason why Samsung Con has been playing so well in this season. Why they are #1 is because when your backup players like Reality is able to get a 50% win rate, or something close to a 50% win rate. Right now he's at 3 and 4. You're doing your job. You're doing a good job. When your support players are hovering just around 50%, you are getting everything that you need out of them. So their support crew has been very, very solid. Reality, Turn playing very, very excellently. Roro, I don't even have to look up Roro's stats. I'm sure he's winning exactly half of his games, or basically exactly half of his games, because that's what Roro does. He wins half of his games, and that's just how he rolls. So you've got players like that are able to support JB and Stork, and JB and Stork, they're winning about 60% of their games each, and that will be enough to lead you to many, many victories. And that has been the Samsung Con formula, and it has been a very, very strong formula. But we've got Reality here in the bottom right in teal, and for STX we've got Hyvaa in the top left in red here on ground 0, the molten lava magma tile set, which I love this tile set. I really like this tile set, but I find that a lot of maps on this tile set have awful pathing. I don't know if it's just like coincidence, but like this tile set, I hate the pathing on maps with this tile set. It's like god-awful, and sometimes god-awful isn't descriptive enough. But we do have a pool before hatch coming in here from Hyvaa, and there's the rack, so not going to see any 14cc, and a refinery as well, so it's not going to be racked straight into Expo either. We're going to see some sort of a tech build coming out from Reality. And so Samsung Con players have been relatively aggressive in this series. I mean, on the one hand, in the Stork minigame, that was certainly forced upon them, and in Jambi's case, that was certainly not, but Jambi wanted to get very aggressive. We saw Turn always plays aggressively in the last series. That was pretty fun. I love watching Turn. He's always aggressive. And then Brave, we didn't really know what was going to happen in that game. 3-hatch Hydra busted, but Brave, Brave played pretty defensively, kind of forcibly defensive. But JB and Turn, certainly very aggressive players, and certainly gives us some of the more entertaining games. When at least one of the players was willing to play aggressively, the games are just so much more entertaining. Like, that was one of the things, a random aside for why I was getting, at one point I was actually starting to get bored of StarCraft, was that there's way too many macro games. I'm sorry, I was getting sick, kind of watching the 25-minute games, 25-30-minute games, and now this season it's been, I think this season, I would love to see if anyone, like, knows what like the average game length is compared last season to this season, but I am almost positive that it is significantly shorter this game. I would say a few couple minutes shorter on average, and in general you're not seeing as many of the really long 25, 30, 40-minute games that you were seeing a lot of last season, and I think that's great. I think we saw too many of those, and we still have a few of them in this season, and that's all you need. You just need a few of those big, long macro, map is split, every base is used up. You only need a couple of those every now and then. You don't need that every single series, and I think that's better and certainly more entertaining. I don't know if that's been an idea that like, has been passed around and it's purposeful, but it is a trend that I appreciate significantly. And some Zerglings here not going to be able to push up this ramp, certainly not going to be able to do much of anything, so except keep Reality from expanding and keep good tabs on where everything is for Reality. On the other side, we do have 3 hatches going in, and we probably will be seeing a 3-hatch Muta build. It's probably what we're waiting for, just waiting for the 100 gas in order to get the layers started. Something just died. Something was built for Hyvaa. And ooh, I actually found a little gap in the Marines there. So terrible for Reality. He's going to lose a couple of his Marines. But a Vulture pops out just in time. He's going to lose all of those Marines. But the Vulture out just in time. That was lucky for Reality that his Vulture popped right then. But his aggressive Vulture is going to cause some problems as well. Not going to be able to mine from the natural expansion for a little bit here. Forced to pull his drones back. Now he can go back to mining a bit if he feels a little bit more comfortable. Might even need to produce another pair of Zerglings though, just to make sure if another Vulture 2 comes in, he's going to need some Zerglings to make sure that ramp is blocked, as well as to go down and if the Vultures go for a run by, go towards that mineral line, he needs to be able to get at least a few vultures in order to box them in. And Hyvaa producing a bunch of Zerglings, a little bit more than I would have expected here. So not really sure what he's going to hope to accomplish with this. I think this is a case where he needs to see he needs some Zerglings to defend himself against vulture run-bys, but for the most part he needs to be macroing up to Mutalisk, and that's got to be his focus right now. Because Zerglings are just not going to do anything against a group of vultures, like just nothing. Going to do absolutely nothing. And there we do see the first Wraith is out of the starport. Natural Command Center is going down as well. Zerglings do not attack air, as we know. Nothing that Hyvaa currently has attacks air, so I'm kind of getting worried here for Hyvaa. Yeah, I'm not. There's a Hydralisk, but you know, one Hydralisk is really not that much. Okay, there's a second Hydralisk, and so this this is going to be a 3-hatch lurker build. And what is it going to be? Is it going to be effective? I'm not really sure about that. I mean, there are going to be a bunch of mines out, and he's got to be really careful that he doesn't lose everything just to a couple of mines, which would be probably the worst possible event. Alright, so we do have a bunker coming up here defensively for Reality as well, having seen some of these Zerglings at least, and some mines taking out huge oh wow. Somehow those Zerglings survived. Not really sure how they survived, but they did. And that's all I suppose that really matters. But these Zerglings are not going to be able to bust through all of these the vulture mines that we see, and not even able to pick off that one vulture. Almost pick it off, but still not quite able to do so. And this is why you don't go Zerglings against vultures. They don't, even when you have speed and the vultures don't have speed, it's still like complicated at best, and it generally does not work out in your favor. So yeah, buddy, yeah, Hyvaa, let's move on into your next level of tech. He at least did clear out a lot of the mines though, so he will be able to bring his hydras and lurkers in if he needs to. He or if he chooses to, I should say. He will have an avenue of bringing them in, which is important. We do have a Spire out right now, but we haven't seen anything really with the Hydra tech, the Hydra lurker tech. I haven't seen it really accomplish anything. I haven't even seen a lurker yet. And that link continue to try and get rid of all of the vulture mines, and it's a really good idea on Hyvaa's part to try and keep the count of those mines across the map low. Try and make sure that he's able to keep being able to make sure that he's allowed to move around the map. But a dropship is coming in here, going to be a vulture drop, 3-4 vultures, and this is going to be difficult to contain. There's going to be a lot of vultures, going to be able to put down some mines as well. 2 of them do go down actually pretty quickly. It looks like we had some well-placed Hydras, and he's actually able to defend against this very, very well. Good job by Hyvaa. Excellent work by Hyvaa. Able to basically nullify this entire vulture ploy, and the mine goes down as well, so playing very, very well. Excellent defense, and he is able to defend. There is one vulture left. He's going to get back there. Will it be able to pick off any drones? Maybe. Gets one. He did get a bunch of Zerglings, but, I mean, really, who cares? They're just Zerglings. Not a big deal at all. But that vulture's still continuing to move around the map and is going to die to a second colony. Looks like Reality forgot about the second colony, because I thought he remembered at first because he didn't go down the ramp a while ago, but eventually did end up going down and does lose it. Vulture continuing to Starport continuing to produce something. We'll have to see whether that's going to be more the Wraiths or a dropship or what else it may turn out to be. A science facility. Though I don't believe I've seen a science facility yet. More Zerglings streaming across the map for Hyvaa. His third base is getting operational now, so he will be able to start mining off of it. And the dropship is moving out again. I believe that Hyvaa did see that. Yeah, Hyvaa did see that, so he has an idea that there is going to be another drop coming his way and something he needs to watch out for. It looks like he's sending some Hydras and Mutas and Scourge over to try and take out this dropship. So there we go. That is going to be that could be a huge game turner, and right now that Overlord sees it, so now he will be able to knock that puppy out. That dropship is not going to survive. Here comes the Scourge, and 1, 2, there goes the dropship. Just one vulture able to even be dropped, so that's going to be a huge win for Hyvaa there. Able to take out that dropship as well as any other vultures that may have been hiding within. Just the one Wraith right now, and the Mutalisks are starting to get in here and are going to be a nuisance, picking off a couple of the SCVs that were building supply depots. A very, very late Mutalisk, so they'll really just be able to be a nuisance, not going to be your usual heavy harassment Mutalisks that you'll generally see. They're just very, very late because the Hydra's down, because of the vulture harass, and all the Zerglings that were produced, those kinds of things. Just going to be very, very delayed. And Hyvaa with some slow reactions there, and that is going to cost him another drone. Not able to get his Hydras into that gap and stop the vultures. And the Mutalisks coming here to the natural expansion are going to try and pick off some SCVs. Do pick up a couple more before they're forced to retreat by the science vessel. continuing to just try to be as much of a nuisance as he can, picks off a couple more. So pretty successful there, and decent Mutalisk split off. Not wasn't in the clump for too long, but he's continued to keep it up, continue to come in here with the Mutalisk. Look at this, he's just picking off tons of SCVs there. Looks like at this point he's picked up, what, maybe 7 or so SCVs there in that line, so starting to take its toll and starting to do some damage, and Zergling's continuing to mind clear. Very, very well done here. He's playing pretty well here, I gotta say, in this game. I do like his play. I think overall he's been playing very, very intelligently on it, generally. Some slow reactions here and there, but overall I gotta say I do like it. SV coming in here for a scout is going to go down to that sunken colony once more. And what are we going to have from reality here? It looks like we do have the 4 racks, we do have the tanks being produced, so it looks like we've just are going to go back into a standard Terran army composition. Not going to see anything too crazy here. It doesn't look like it. It looked like we were starting off with the 1-1-1, and that we might see something a little bit different, but it looks like that has fallen to the wayside instead. After a while, hasn't decided to keep up with anything too creative, and it's going to be very, very standard. We're going to have marine groups starting to grow. We do have the few tanks that are out, and on the other side we are going to have high tech, so we are going to be able to see your swarms. We are going to be able to see plague, and the efficiency that Hyvaa is able to use those units and use his spells will determine how well this game goes for him. The Wraith at the bottom left is going to scout out that drone, and going to scout that drone for doing much of anything. So that will be a success. I wonder if these Mutalisks planning to do something there. They look like they may be trying to dive in to try and catch some science vessels. That may be the plan here. And they're going to get any. They are going to get one. So they do manage to get one science vessel. Could have actually gone much worse. All things considered, I think you should be happy you got one. And ooh, luckily the irradiate went off on a Mutalisk that was already low health, because I don't think Hyvaa had any idea that was going on, and that could have ended up damaging those Beetles a lot more. A couple more sunken colonies coming up for Hyvaa, and a Defiler mound is almost complete. He's going to need that ASAP. Lurkers are morphing as well. And will he be able to hold up in his defense? We're going to have to see what happens here, but I don't know if he's going to be able to hold up in his defense. He's got a lot of Hydras. That is a huge investment in Hydras right now against Marines and tanks, which is not your ideal. You do want more Lings, you do want more Lurkers, and you want true Hydralisks. So that could end up being a problem for him in the short term. Long term, those Hydras can be converted to Mutalisks, or I'm sorry, to Lurkers, of course, and it looks like that's what's going on right now. And in the meantime, Reality is going to take this opportunity to attack the 12 o'clock base and try and knock Hyvaa back down to 3 bases, the 2 in the top left as well as the 1 in the top right. Going to try and do that. I think Hyvaa has an opportunity here for a big flank. I mean, he has a lot of units that can come out of his natural expansion and really come in a big, long arc and do and get a nice encirclement on these units. Got to be waiting for Swarm. Has got to be what's going on right now. And once he does get, or I should say, consume at this point, have Swarm automatically, not consume. That's what you need. And some of those red Zerglings are really blending in with the lava. I don't like that. That's a little annoying. Can't even see what's going on there. But some of the red units are disappearing, which is actually kind of cool when you think about it. Kind of cool how that's working out. And it looks like Hyvaa is setting up for an assault here. Just needs to get Defilers. Where are his Defilers? Needs to get them properly positioned. Doesn't have any Defilers with that group on the right. He has it up with this group on the left, and he's got the Lurkers here. So if he can time this right with units from all 3 directions, this could be awesome. There comes one Swarm. There come the Lurkers coming from that side. Where are the other? Coming from every side. Hyvaa now. Every side. Hyvaa so much. Ah! I was so excited. I thought there was a chance for like a huge flood of units, of Zerg units from every direction, but he's not able to. Come on, Hyvaa, do it! Do it, Hyvaa! No, he's not going to. Gonna keep coming in from the left side. He does have another Defiler coming in. Well, that's a lot of Swarm. And he is going to be able to defend this 12 o'clock base. I just thought there was such an opportunity for something super cool. That could have been like a Pimpus play of the week if he had done that and come in from both directions, maybe brought out some units from the 12 o'clock as well if he had anything there. Just come in from everywhere. That would have been so cool. So cool. But not able to do. And this army on the right, these Lurkers are just slowly dying to tanks and to irradiate. This is just like, they're not doing anything. He might as well have flooded in there and seen what happened, because right now they're just existing. They're basically just, I mean, they're wasting irradiates. I guess that's a plus, but really just not doing all that much at all. So I'm not a big fan right now of Hyvaa's decision making in that fight. All those Lurkers of his right side group army really just died for nothing, and his Defilers are getting irradiated left and right, and yeah, not looking real good right now for Hyvaa. And yeah. I think he had an opportunity there to try something amazing, and he did like half of it, not the other half, and what ends up happening is that now he's got half the supply of his Terran opponent, and he is in huge trouble. His 12 o'clock base is going to go down. Too many Marines are flooding in there. He does have the Knives Canal, so the top right and the top left are both reinforceable, but realistically, I don't see him managing to survive this this battle, and I do see Samson Khan winning this game and this series. We do have the units flooding up towards the top right. Looks like Reality's trying to finish this game off. Firebat as well as Marines and Medic. Literally medic, not medics, medic. You heard me right. And here come the stacks. That's so cool. That is awesome. That was awesome. The lurkers, stacked lurkers are just so awesome. And here comes Hyvaa coming in with the big push out, going to try and hold up for just that much longer. And he is going to be able to pick out one tank and take off a second. Nope, not going to take off a second tank. Just the one tank and some Scourge coming in here, picking off one of the science vessels. And now his tanks are going to be in a very, very difficult to swarm position. Going to be hard to get there. And they're just going to hang out. More radiates are just going to continue to rain down. And I think this is... whatever happened to... did he ever produce a second dropship? I think that would be a really good idea. If he produces a second dropship, he can bypass a lot of the defenses at either position and put a lot more pressure on Hyvaa. I think a dropship would finish this game. Just a little bit of dropship play. I think this game will be over. Hyvaa hanging on by the barest of threads right now. Just bleeding Overlord, bleeding base, is falling behind all over the place. And with this command center coming into the 6 o'clock position, he'll be able to take control of this game. Ooh, hold lurkers. Look at that. Hold lurkers. Waiting for... Oh, they are waiting for the SCVs. Hyvaa's waiting for the SCVs. This is going to be awesome. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Come on, Hyvaa. Come on, Hyvaa. Hyvaa. No, I hate you. I hate you, Hyvaa. You... No! Oh my god, Hyvaa, I hate you! Hyvaa's had so many opportunities this game to do something awesome, and he's doing none of it. None of it. He's like the Canadian province of none of it. He's doing nothing. None of the cool stuff that he could be. Come on. Gee, very frustrating game. I'm getting frustrated with the STX Zergs. Oh, STX Zergs, how you frustrate me. First Calm takes 3 hours to win a game that he should have won 2.5 hours ago, and now an opportunity to kill like 300 SCVs and he gets none of them. Oh, here we go. Here's some dropships. So there we go. Reality will make me happy by doing good things and building a couple dropships. And here comes a drop, and this will probably be game. That is a huge drop. 2 dropships worth of Marine Medic is a lot, and they're coming in here. And even though there are defilers that just ate it, defiler just ate a defiler, by the way, and you did not see that wrong. That is exactly what you just saw. Swarm coming in here with no military units to back it up. All the drones are about to go down. Well, most of them, anyways. And now, what is he going to target? He needs to focus fire something. Looks like he's going to go for the defiler mount first. And nope, actually he's going to shoot at 3 different buildings at once. So Reality not really focusing fire, and his medic's going somewhere. But he's coming in through the front door now, so now Hyvaa's getting attacked at his front and his back, and that is not a very comfortable position here at all. And that Defiler needs to get a swarm down. Some of them, there's a swarm. Lurker coming in as well. Will that be enough to defend? No, it will not. Reality will take this game, killing off tons of drones, killing off lots and lots of stuff. And Hyvaa trying to push out here from the top right. I don't think it's going to be enough. I don't think he's going to be able to get forces into play fast enough. And just has lost too many drones. Just lost too much stuff in general. Tons of lings going down. There goes the extractor even. So Hyvaa on his last leg, staying in this game because it is the final match. Probably actually thinks that he has a slight chance that if he can hold up to come back. But in reality, it's not going to happen. Just drop at the top right is going to finally take out the last bastion of mining that he has, and there will be nothing left. There's a lot of medics there, and they're going to take a while to kill because they're just going to heal each other. So even though they're not going to do any damage, they're just going to heal until they die. So that will take a couple minutes for all those medics to die, and in the meantime the top right is going to get eliminated, and the 6 o'clock position is cleared out, so finally Reality will be able to start mining from there. And that D-Matrix Marine just too good. GG from Hyvaa. That is going to be the series. Samson Khan wins it 3-1. Calm the lone victor for STX Seoul. Bogus, and I'm going to guess Turn were saved for the ace match. So what could have been a very, very cool ace match is not going to happen, unfortunately. But it is going to be a 4-game series. Samson Khan winning and keeping their place atop Pro League here in this first season. third round of the first season of Pro League 2011-2012. So that's going to be pretty awesome. Rooting for Samson Khan all the way. We're going to go on to nothing. We are done for the day. Hopefully, since I didn't do any series last week, I feel a little bad about that. I'm going to try and do 2 series next week. I'm going to try really hard. The games start tonight, and then tomorrow night. I'm going to try and do 2 series next week. I've been trying to do 1 a week. I'm going to try and do 2 next week to make up for it, and we'll see how that goes. But hopefully, you guys have enjoyed these, and I will see you guys all next week, hopefully twice. GG's, folks.